agree that K-pop is better than Dangdut because I listen to K-pop songs all the time. I think the K-pop music is more fun and appropriate for my age. K-pop music is a delight because it's uh, upbeat, cheerful, energetic, and fun tempo. Although there are also the K-pop music uses a slow tempo or mellow. Unlike dangdut music that seems very monotonous, many young K-pop singers, and it also makes us even more interested in K-pop. Each music video of the K-pop genre also has its own concept. There was cheerful, colorful, cool, mysterious, and much more. Add a visual to the performer and their voice that I think is unique. Also, listening to K-pop music adds insight, much as adding a vocabulary. We can learn little by little Korean. It was a lot of fun. But here I'm not saying that dangdut songs are bad. I'm proud of the dangdut songs too, because it is one of the icon of Indonesia. Even in foreign countries, a lot of them sing dangdut songs. Even the dance of the dangdut they knew. So my conclusion is though I think K-pop is better than dangdut. But dangdut is not a bad genre. It's just that I'm more interested in the K-pop songs because the vibe of K-pop music is different from Indonesian songs. I choose studying. I know that work is also important, but the most important thing is studying. I think the smarter we get, the better the job we're gonna get. I don't compare this job with other jobs, but it is true that high jobs with great pay and the position that many want apply to people with vast knowledge. The duty uh, for everyone is to demand knowledge. Studying can be anywhere, anytime, and not just about school. All things we can learn. I think there is no other choice in life but to learn. While working, we are actually studying how we learn to be responsible, learn to be obedient to a superior, learn to respect your coworkers, learn to satisfy customers. Everybody's learning. Life is a learning process. When we stop learning or studying, then our lives are actually over. So, my conclusion to study is very important for us. It's better to put studying first. Whatever our age, where we live, and who we are, it doesn't matter to anyone to claim knowledge. Anything we can learn. It's not that work doesn't matter, but study first rather than work. Study and work can be done together while not disturbing the two. The important thing is not to leave the study. I agree if education at universities should be free. Because if we look at the viewpoint of those who are of poor people, those who wish to continue education will face obstacles because of the high cost of college. Many of them do not even further education and choose to work. Life is full of choice, not to blame if they have their own decision to go to college or get to work. It should be noted, however, that a college education can lead to a better job, of course, with higher pay standards. I think college is free of charge because there's a lot that could happen. Free here in the sense of not paying any tuition. The tuition that students should pay each semester will be paid by the government. Moreover, the government also helps the expense of living by making monthly allowance at different levels of each college. Still, there are some costs you may spend, such as extra living expense, whereas, and other disparate costs. The cost of living may be low, but if you use it effectively, it will not take too much. With free tuition, it is quite possible not to burden your parents any longer. I disagree. I don't think social media is toxic. Social media is where people share their experience, display works, interact for entertainment, and much more. Social media is. There are no various applications of social media, and anyone can freely use social media. The key is ourselves, how one responds to think of social media. Whether they will take social media seriously and easily capture news or issues on social media. Although it seems that many people are spreading hoax news, searching for controversy to get the attention of many people, and there is much more that is unpleasant and even disturbing on social media. But it's back to ourselves, how we respond to social media. In social media, it's only right that we don't swallow what's presented. If there's any news, it's best we don't believe it for granted. Find other factual sources to make sure that the message is correctly. In using social media, we should also be careful, not just because of the hoax news that I told you before, but on social media, there's are so many users we don't know. So we should also be careful about addressing other social media users, because if we don't, it could be a danger to ourselves. Children have been released by their parents to use social media. I don't think this will become toxic to children as long as parents or adults keep an eye on them when using social media, because children will always remember what they see and what they hear. So, the link back is whether social media is actually toxic or not, is how we react to social media. As a youth or an adult should be able to handle social media wisely because we know good or bad.